What's up, guys? Nane Silva Jr. here again with another week for Premier League football. All right, so I'm starting this one off with this particular video, and then we'll see you roll in subsequent videos as well. All right, and before I move on to that, you can see we've got a new backdrop. It's a new setup. What you guys don't know, some of you don't know, I am a professional photographer, and I do some filmmaking as well and content creation, and I'm doing football as well because I love football, obviously. My team, Arsenal, get it? So yeah. So I painted this on myself, and I hope you like it. I don't know, what do you think of the setup? You can leave that in the comments. If you like the setup better than my desk, just let me know. Although I won't be keeping this as the main backdrop, I'll definitely return to my desk. But just to spice it up a little bit for this particular video, all right? So the Champions League, like I said in my previous video, Arsenal 3 points. What else? What else were we going to get if it wasn't for 3 points? We could have scored more. We missed some chances. Yeah, could have scored more. The finishing definitely needs to get better. And there's this thing about us that we don't like to go for the jugular with some teams. With some teams, we should totally annihilate them. You know, we should go in there. They're already scared. They'll try to put in a performance. You go in there and then you make sure that the smaller teams actually do suffer. And I'm for it. That my team will go somewhere. And then smash a team and tear them apart into pieces. It's football, you know. We definitely have the quality because these days you can see Declan comes off the bench for Merino. Merino comes off the bench for Declan. Zubimendi could come off the bench for Nordgaard. Nordgaard could come off the bench for Zubi. Jurriën Timber could go off and Ben White comes in. Calafiori could go off and then there's Miles Lewis-Skelly. Look, we've got quality on the bench. This season, this season, I think should be the one. Liverpool is not looking... they're not looking... I mean, at the moment, because there's a lot of new players in their team, so they are not gelling just yet. But definitely, I'm sure they're going to get it right at some point during the season. And we need to be wary of that as well. As Arsenal, we need to be... You know, like the game against Leeds United, 5 goals, brilliant. Against Nottingham Forest, dominant, So there's more places we should be able to go to and then just dominate the game. But I also get that you don't want players getting injured because it's a very, very long season. You don't want players just getting injured anyhow because they want to put in a performance or very higher performance. I get that. So I get the game management aspect as well. And I mean, 3 points is 3 points. So, like I said, Arsenal, we're going to get 3 points against Olympiacos. That wasn't really a thing to, indulge in as much. But yes, we got the 3 points and we are going on. We've just been racking up the wins. Win, three. It's Arsenal, man. What else? But anyway, moving on. All right, so don't forget, later in the game, I'm going to share my predictions for this weekend's Premier League games. And so make sure you watch the video through and through. All right. Oliver Glasner, he's been in the news. Again, seems like there might be some interest from Manchester United. I also fancy him. I fancy him. Like I said, if something happens, Arteta has been brilliant. No quarrels about that. Arteta has been brilliant. But if something happens and we have to let him go, Oliver Glasner is a manager I would want, But that's a conversation for another day. And for this weekend, we are taking on the mighty West Ham. This weekend we're taking on the mighty West Ham, our London rivals. Not much of a rivalry, but yeah, our London rivals. And Nuno's coming and kind of stabilize the team, especially with the defense, the defensive aspect of things. And I'm thinking a win. It's going to be a win. We have more quality than Everton. They played Everton the last time, but we have much more quality than Everton. And coming to the Emirates, we should win this comfortably. I'm going to say 3 goals to the Arsenal. If West Ham do play, their defense is quite disciplined, and they close in the tight spaces. Maybe you might find it a bit difficult, but we should be able to still get 3 points definitely. But by how many goals? Again, I'm thinking maybe 2 goals or 3 goals. Can West Ham get a goal? I don't know. These days with the officiating in the Premier League, not even these days, like for a number of seasons now, the officiating in the Premier League has been horrendous. And against Newcastle, we had a clear penalty. It was a penalty. The rule says what it says. It was a penalty. But we didn't get it. We still went behind and had to come back and win. And we did it, and that's what champions are made of. So, with officiating, I don't know. It could be anything, you know. Then West Ham could get a goal from something, you know, silly. But also, Gabriel Magalhaes, if you do see this video, please do not get into those funny things. You know, you went down so easily with Voltemada. Boy, be serious, okay? We have games to win. There's a title to take. You know, this has to be it. This has to be the season. There's a title to win. So all those funny trying to get a foul called, you know, something like you rather hit the team instead of actually contributing that much. But he relieved himself with the header, the goal that won that game, and won all the 3 points for us. Now, so with West Ham, like I said, 2 goals or 3 goals, that should be it. And with the other Premier League games, and let me get my notes real quick. Yes, so these are my predictions for the rest of the Premier League games. Bournemouth are playing tonight against Fulham. Maybe Bournemouth win this in the dying embers of the game. But yeah, I think Bournemouth to win or both teams to score. For the investors, you know yourselves, the bookies have given a quite favorable odd for this. And definitely both teams to score looks very good. Then tomorrow, Saturday's games. Early kickoff, we have Leeds versus Spurs. I think both teams to score again. If Leeds put in a very convincing performance, they should be able to take all the 3 points from Tottenham. Moving on to Manchester United versus Sunderland. Sunderland have been solid. I did not expect them to be doing this well. I must say, I don't expect them to be doing this well at all. But then they've proven to all of us doubters that they've come to the Premier League and they've come here to actually win and stay. So, are we Manchester United versus Sunderland? I think Sunderland do get a goal. You can give Sunderland to score 1, or you can get both teams to score. I think United will still want to put in a performance and try to get at least a point from this game. Moving on, yeah, definitely. I've already tackled the Arsenal versus West Ham. 3-1 to the Gunners, or 3-0. Chelsea versus Liverpool, the final game for Saturday. I think both teams to score as well. So it could shift anywhere. Any of them could actually win it late in the game. But definitely, I think both teams will get on the score sheets as well. Then to Sunday's games, Everton versus Crystal Palace. Palace have been solid, haven't they? They have been solid. Even in the European run, they've been solid. I think there's 2 games in, and they've been solid. So with this, tricky. At the Hill Dickinson Stadium, it'll be interesting. But I do think Everton get a goal here. They eventually find a way to break down Palace's defense, and but Palace beat their better rivals Liverpool. Liverpool beat Everton. So you think about it. You know what? I think both teams will score in this game as well. So BTTS, go. But can Everton win it? Either of them could win it, to be honest. I don't know if this could be the game where Palace finally get beaten, and then their winning streak or unbeaten streak is actually broken. So we'll see about that. Newcastle versus Nottingham Forest. Forest, oh God. Ange Postecoglou just can't seem to buy a win or get a win. He might be out of the job. He might be out of the job as soon as possible because Marinakis doesn't play around, you know. But we'll see. Newcastle versus Forest. I think both teams to score again here. Forest will be desperate to get on the score sheet and try to get a win against Newcastle. But Castle at home, they're too strong. I'm going to shade it to Newcastle to win against Forest. They've just started finding their chemistry and it's working. It's working really well. But definitely consider both teams to score and then Newcastle to win. All right. And then to Wolves and Brighton. Oh, so sad for Wolves. I don't think this is a game where they finally get some redemption. They could shock us, but Brighton are just too good. You know, Brighton are just too good. Again, both teams to score. Brighton to edge it out. Maybe they might get a win eventually. Score a goal in the second half, or score goals in the second half and then win it, or score goals late in the second half and win it. They're just formidable. You get it? Aston Villa versus Burnley. I don't know. I think this might be the upset of the weekend. I think Burnley might be able to win against Aston Villa. Aston Villa haven't yet figured it out. I don't know what's keeping them too long. They won against. They played in the Europa Conference League. I've forgotten who they played. I think they played a team. And they actually beat them. They won 2-0. But against Burnley's defense, when they actually get it going, they can be actually very, 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 very good. And Aston Villa's attack hasn't figured it out properly yet, so it might be difficult to break down Burnley. And Burnley can definitely get a goal with Jaden Anthony being like their spark up front. He's one of their most exciting players and very, very hungry when he goes up front. He looks like he's a real threat when he goes up front. So if Burnley do manage to, you know, find spaces in between Villa's defense, they should definitely be able to get a goal or two, and possibly this might be the upset of the weekend. But again, both teams to score. You can give it to Burnley to win. I don't know about team. I also want to stay away from this game. Anyway, and then Brentford, Manchester City. Manchester City. Very interesting game. How do I see this one going? City are definitely strong, but Brentford defensively are very, very tight. So I don't know. Offensively, too, Brentford could get a goal and disrupt City's flow. So both teams to score again, and we'll see. I think most of the games this weekend, both teams to score, except for the Arsenal game against West Ham. West Ham might not get a goal. We are the best defense in the league, so they might not get a goal. But definitely, when Brentford and Manchester City finally play, that could be a game where both teams score. But Manchester City have the quality to eventually win this game. All right, so that's it for this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share the video, and if you've not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps the growth of the channel. And then helps encourage me to be able to add more and do more on the channel. In some regards for your entertainment, all right? So please consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.